Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H, and hopefully soon to be Sister Winstead. How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay, so you know how you start projects sometimes and then it sort of morphs into another project and then it kind of, anyway, it grows? Well, that's what we have going on today. And I am I'm doing a design team project for 49 Dragonflies, Barbara. If you haven't checked out her store, you really need to. She's got some wonderful digitals. And I, of course, will put all of the links below so that you can go and take a peek-see. This is one of her background. She's got coffee dyed papers, and then this is ledger. So there's a couple of different ones that I've used to create this. And basically what I've done is covered a double page in a book that has sturdy pages. I'm making a master board here, and I went ahead off camera and I did the background for the back so that this can be written on. And we're going to make tags. And the reason that we're doing the masterboard to create tags is because we are also going to create, and I don't know if it's going to be another video, but I just was in a hankering to do some altering of envelopes. And so I pulled out a couple of my envelopes with the windows in them. This has the double window, and it was the long, the business size, and I folded up the bottom. Anyway, and I will show how to do all of that, and we can do different things with that. But, so I was going to get what do you call it? Prototype done, and then we'll make one together. And then I thought, well, I need some tags to go in the pockets. And so then that got me looking around, and I didn't have, anyway, so it's like, well, we have to create the masterboard to create the tags to go in the pockets so I can have a prototype to show you, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea, okay? So we're going to set this beautiful little altered envelope aside, and we're going to work on this first. Oh, but we'll bring this back just to show you. We can do several different things. For this one, I created a pocket at the top and then have the pocket here. And then I stitched on 3 sides. Now, you don't have to do that. That was just a choice. But I wanted to use on my masterboard some of the elements that I have used here so that some of the tags, that it will fit, that it will blend. Make sense? Okay. So I'm just going to kind of set that aside for a minute. Now, I do know that this is one of the papers, and this is another wonderful set that she has of papers. And I'll put all of the links. I'll put all the links in below so that you can check that out. So we're just going to go ahead, you guys. Let's just do it. A lot of gluing, and I may go ahead and just, do some gluing and then finish it off camera so that it doesn't take so long. I know you're busy. You've got lots to do. And perhaps you're just like, oh, we're just dying to watch you glue paper, Rhonda. And I'd be like, yeah. So, and of course that's actually a drop sheet for some of my painting and whatnot. When I'm working with bigger pieces, sometimes I'll use a bigger, not a book page, to be my gluey background. Okay, so keep in mind that what you put down first doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's gonna be on top, because the reality is oftentimes it doesn't work that way. And I am trying to work with big pieces to get it basically covered, and then we will do some, you know, making it more appropriate for tags. I'm like really trying to kill it, get it kicked out here. So, while we're doing this, how are you? How have you been? Have you been good? Are you doing well? Now I have to excuse myself here for just a second. I am going to take this over to my table and I'm going to use spray glue. And I'm going to spray the whole back of this. I have a backdrop, a cloth backdrop to catch any overspray. And I don't have that right here because I don't want glue overspray to be on my desk. But that's what I'm doing. I'm still here. So it just takes me a minute and I will show you when I get back what I've done. So when I'm working on a really big piece, I will do that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have sprayed it. And you don't have to do a spray glue. You can absolutely use, your glue stick. Or whatever glue you use. But keeping in mind, excuse me, my throat this morning, it's, the term frog in your throat, that's kind of me this morning. What was I going to share with you? Brains. Rhonda, where are your brains? They have left me for just a moment. Maybe that thought will come back. Guys, I apologize. I am just, it is what it is. I'm Miss Imperfect, if you will. And that's just... So I've got all of these little extras from projects, and I wanted to go ahead and put them down. Yeah, that's good. Now for that, I will go ahead and glue on a book page. Larger pieces. Was I talking about larger pieces? I think I was. Okay. So the idea is to put some larger pieces down first and then to add layering on top, and then you can make it a little more specific and gear it, to what you would like. So keeping in mind that sometimes what you put down in the beginning won't necessarily show. So be okay with that. Just know, like right now I have this beautiful set of flowers right here, but I don't know that that will stay that way. Does that make sense? Okay, so look, we've got this is covered. Now I could And let me show you real quick here another couple that I have finished. These are not with the design team project, but this shows you the idea of what we're going for. And see my background pages, and I have added a lot of different beiges, creams, and whatnot that these could all be written on very easily. Here is another one that I have done, and here's the background on that. So that's kind of, and these are nice and stiff, so they make excellent tags. And then when these are cut up, you know, you can do it to whatever width, length that you would like to use. Okay, so let's turn this back over. This is what we're working on. And now it's just a matter of kind of layering and just, you know, just kind of mixing it up a little bit. Let me pull out some of the other wonderful things. I'll just tell you right now, just go take a look in her shop and just get one of everything. And then you'll have plenty. No, she's just a sweetheart. And she will be very appreciative of whatever you do. She's a lovely lady. And I have really enjoyed being on her design team. She's taking a chance with this old geezer like me. She's young, like a lot of you are, and I admire all of your talents so much. And maybe I'm an example of, you know, you can too teach old dogs new tricks. Although I'm not ancient, but my hair is starting to turn a little bit gray, guys. Oh, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. Okay, so let's just, this is the part that it's like we don't want to think about it too terribly much, because if we do, then it could take forever to do this, and I don't want to do that to myself or to you. The whole idea is we're just having fun with it, and I am. These are so much fun. I don't know why gluing papers, collaging papers together is so much fun, but it is. It just, I don't know. And I used to stitch most of my glued pages together. Oh no. You know what? I'm just going to put that like right there. I don't know why, but I'm gonna. But I'm gonna. And now I may stitch when I do the individual tag, but I find it, got a little bit of glue. That I do have to be careful of, because sometimes I will get a little bit of glue. So I've got a little bit of something there, but you know what? Doesn't bother me, and chances are it may get covered up anyway. So let's look for some more pretties and do some fun things here. This is definitely part of this background, so I definitely want to add a little bit of something here. Maybe not so big. Let's just, so this is the part, honestly guys, that it's just like, you just kind of do it. I'm trying not to overthink it too much, and just kind of playing here and there. If I want, I could go ahead and cover that little spot up, or I can maybe like right there. So it's just no rhyme or reason, just putting together just pretties. And one nice thing about doing it from a set that you buy, or that, you know, or you may have your own, I mean, that's fine too, absolutely, is that your papers will have a tendency to go with each other. So that's kind of cool too. And here I am just pulling some things out. I do want to take off, and you can, you know, I've got a tear ruler here that I adore, but you can also do it just ripping. I do like the idea of covering up some of the straight lines, and I like the look of a torn, whether it's hand torn or whether it's with a tear ruler, but I like that look. It feathers it out just a little bit more, which I think is great. Take that, and let's just, I don't know. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just gluing things down. Excuse me. And when we get to where we're like, well, that's enough, we don't want to do too much, then we'll stop. And I also want to be able to, if I want, add a few more, you know, add a few more things. I think I'm going to go directional, so I think I'm going to try to have things more top, bottom kind of thing. Sometimes when I collage, I'll do it sort of helter-skelter so that you can turn it all kinds of different ways, and it may or may not read right. But that's part of the, that's kind of part of the fun of it all too. So let's fold that one up and get another one out. So I will tell you, I may have shared this with you before, this Rags of Glory book pages that I'm using as glue pages right here. That's what I did for my bullet journal, and I'm loving it. But I'll tell you what, some of the language and the verbiage and whatever, it was a war book, but oh, this is upside down. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. Not gonna worry about it. There again, there you see. Ronda cannot talk and glue at the same time accurately. Oh. Anyway, so I decided that all of my ugly, the pages, I'm not throwing them away, but these are being folded up and used this way, and then I may make pockets, but it'll all be covered up. So I don't like nasty words and ideas and that kind of thing. That's just not my thing. Alrighty, so I'm liking this, so I kind of want to get that. So we shall. And the wonderful thing about printables is I can print this to my heart's content. I can, you know, and sometimes it does take a while to get them printed out, at least on my printer. And so maybe that's when I want to do a, you know, I want to do it before I go to bed or have it so that it can just print away while I'm snoozing. I don't know. Let's shorten this up, I'm thinking. So, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Those of you ladies that do this, we do this regularly. We're supposed to do this regularly, periodically, and it hurts. I won't tell you exactly what it is, but there you go. I'm so excited. Not. And I still, for those of you that watched my bullet journal videos that I produced, I think it was yesterday, I talked about gift certificate and then I'm going to have to go to Hobby Lobby. Well, that absolutely is definitely still on the plate. I will suffer through it. I've had some of you encourage me and feel my pain, but we will manage as I attempt to acquire more of Tim Holtz's wonderful paper dolls. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to switch gears just a minute. These are a new digitals set that Barb has in her store. And I about died when I saw them. It was just like, oh my gosh. So, so beautiful, these backgrounds, you guys. So, am I going to use them? Yeah. Yes, look at these colors. For summer, oh my goodness, these are just stunning. I am just so, so loving them. Just loving them. Just so, so pretty. So I have to incorporate some of those in this as well. I've got to make it so that it can do both a little bit. So let's do this. Let's kind of, we'll start here. And we will, oh, these are so, so pretty, you guys. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I would like to welcome you, and I hope you enjoy it here with us. I have just thoroughly enjoyed getting to know some of you better, and I love your comments. You guys are just the best. Bestest ever. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? I want to cut that up even more. So, you know what? I think I'm going to put, ooh, like maybe right there, right here. Oh, so many choices, so many good choices. Yep, maybe. I think let's go ahead with that first. So, like I said, you have to be ready when you do this to have beautiful pages that are truly beautiful papers that you're willing to go ahead and cover up. And if you can't do that, then you're not going to enjoy collage. Because that's just collage. You will have times when, you know, you're covering up some other beautiful work. And if that's if that's really difficult for you, then you might have to think about that. Okay. Oh, this is turning out gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's see. Do I want here? Do I want up here? What do you think? What do you think? Come on, guys. Help me out here. Yell loud. I can't hear you. And if I can't hear you, then I have to just give it my best shot. Another gross page done. Another icky book page. Oh, golly. So today we have cloudy skies outside. I don't know if we're going to get the sun or not today. It's going to be in the probably 70s, 80s here. I'm not generally a fan of real hot temperatures. I've mentioned before, my ideal temperature would be 68 degrees year round. Oh, I'd be so in heaven. But that's not practical and doesn't happen very often, and I'm okay with that. Let's see. Here's the problem. I have too many good choices here, and it's going to drive me nuts. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to put just a little bit more on this, and then I'm going to call this good. Oh, I'm loving this. This is so pretty. Let's see. Do I want to add, maybe up here. I don't really want to cover, I like this. I want to kind of keep that. Maybe I'll just do this. We'll just tear this again, huh? We can do that, right? We can do that if we want to. Oh, goodness. So we've had a few realtors out. We're kind of interviewing realtors to see what we want to do that way when we know where we're going on our mission and all of that. Then we'll pick a realtor. We have another one coming today at 1:00. And it's really, really interesting. I'm of a mind of, if you like somebody, just go with it and don't belabor the fact and interview a ton of people. However, it has been really interesting, this process, as we're going through this. And you can tell the realtors, number one, that you would like to work with, perhaps. And you can also tell ones that you're just like, how did you get a real estate license? Why are you doing this? It's just been kind of interesting to see just the different vibes that you get from people. And it's also been interesting to get the different comments about your home and what they like, or it's just been very mind opening in this process. And I have to admit, it has been a good thing for us to do. Don't tell my husband that. No, you can tell him. I don't mind. He's a good guy. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, let's just do it and get it over with, and yeah. And he's like, no, let's take our time. Let's be a little more methodical about it. Let's you know, cover our bases, and of course he's right. And so that it does turn out well that way. Let's see. I want to cover this straight line. I'm almost done here, guys. I'm almost done. And thank you for enduring this with me. Those of you that have stayed with me, I do appreciate it so much. It's been very fun doing this together with you. And if I didn't quite get it the way you wanted, then you're just going to have to holler louder next time. Okay? All right, I think that will be my last piece. Let's go there. Let's just glue it here. This is, and again, for those of you that are new or that have not watched some of my videos, this is just a glue stick. It's just an all-purpose Elmer's glue stick. It's got good strength. I've not had any problems with it, and I'm happy with it. Let's see, let's just kind of, okay. Just kind of wipe that down. And this, if I added more, it would take away some of, it's having a tendency to curl up just a little bit. But with the individual tags, I'm not going to have that be too much of a problem. So let's go ahead and get that done. We'll move these out of the way. Now, I think this is a great size, and okay, let's do some measuring. So for this, 3.5 inches would be great by 6, oh, let's have it stick up just a little bit, say 6.5. 3.5, two, but I don't want it quite 3.5. Let's go, let's cut it here. I want to make sure that I've got plenty of good room for the tag to move around. Oh. I'm about needing a new blade here. Okay, so, and this will fit nicely, yes. And then we will make this one, let's make this one, what did I say? 6.5, is that what I said? All right. Then let's go 6.5. Okay. So now what we want to do, I'm going to round my bottom corners. And I'm going to trim off this. Let's go, not too much. I really don't want too much on this one. And we can do this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'll be somewhat close. Wait, let's, this is not like my, I'm not great at doing this part. All right. Okay, oh, see, that I'm not great at doing this part. That's a little bit too long. Now that'll be like, yeah, Rhonda, this is what you should have done. Yes, I know. Thank you. I know. Thank you. All right. Now let's see if this will fit. Okay. This is going to fit great. It's a little tight. A little bit tight. That's one of the things that you have to think about is when you've got a stitching, I almost feel like that's almost too, well, I guess it's going to be fine. You just kind of have to play with, just sort of have to, let's see, where is it? Just a sec. Get my bone folder in there and just kind of open that up just a little bit. Play with it so it's like, you know, like a brand new book, how it's all really tight together, and then you sort of have to open it and kind of push down the pages just a little bit gently. Okay, so this will still need to be decorated. Oh, that didn't completely go through, did it? There. So I will want to decorate this a little bit. I'm going to ink around the edges. I've inked around this pocket, and this could also fit in here, but we'll go a little bit smaller for this side. We'll do another one. But I'm going to call that good for this particular video, you guys. It's been long enough. I will do a sequel, and we will work on the envelope, and we'll decorate the tag. Yeah, this is just fun. Anyway, go check out Barbara's store. I'll have the links below. She's got some wonderful digitals for you there. All right, until next time, you guys, please have a fabulous day. I love you guys. Bye-bye now.